Good evening, everyone. It's 3 in the morning here in Southern California. And this is the first live stream of nighttime or night shift stories or whatever the heck I've named this channel. So, my name is Stephen Lynch. I'm filming this introductory episode at the Thomas Dow Building in the center of Westminster, California, in the Streamer Studio. I don't have my business partner in this podcast studio with me, Brandon Kay. He has a podcast himself. I encourage you to watch it if you can. About me, though, Lynch. I'm 39, white guy, as you can see. I've been a bartender for 17 years. I may not look it. Thank you. And I am a serial entrepreneur. I basically have tried many things. I've run swap meet stalls. I sell on eBay. What else have I done? I flip storage units. I buy storage units, and to some success, some failure, but you got to try. You got to keep trying. Wayne Gretzky said that you miss every shot you don't take. And he was so good that people booed him when he was a kid because no one else was allowed to score goals while he was playing. So this is the first true episode of any live stream here in the Streamer Studio. We rent this space. We expect to also host a few other people's podcasts in this room. We've got all this sound buffering and lighting and audio equipment and everything you really need to have a podcast studio. We plan on making short clips. I want to make proper content with editing. Editing is a challenge on its own. I'm learning that. This is a totally new endeavor for me, but you know, it's a brave new world. You got to try new things. I grew up on the East Coast in Maryland, so I have northern charm and southern efficiency, as in I'm a jerk and I'm slow. And I do respect my elders. And every once in a while, a southern drawl will come out, especially if I'm hanging out with southerners. Like I said, Brandon Kay is my business partner in this. He will be around for future episodes. But he's a mama's. He's been taking care of his sweet old mama. Yeah, and I can't blame him for it. I haven't met her, but I know she's a sweet lady. If he's able to deal with her, and you know, if he's any reflection of his parents or his mom, she's got to be a great lady. Like I said, we're in the middle of Westminster in the Thomas Dow Building. It's one of the taller buildings. It's right on Beach Boulevard, right south of the 22 and Beach Boulevard, north of the 405, the 405. I didn't expect to be doing a stream tonight, but I wanted to get one done. And, well, here I am. Sometimes you got to go ill prepared. I literally wrote on a tiny little pad a couple things to talk about. And I did have somewhat of an eventful day. I closed the bar last night. I got home at 3 in the morning, and then had to open the Clopen if you're an industry person, and got about 4 hours of sleep, worked, Had a went and had a big fat lunch. A lady that I'm hanging out with wanted to go have, so I went to lunch at Mediterranean buffet. Ate way too much. Took a really awesome nap. It not nap. It was sleep. I slept and woke up about 9. I'm about to step into the shower. I get a text message at 10:15. Hey, could you close tonight? Is never good. See, I'm the bar manager at Callie's Cocktails in Cyprus. And if I get a message from the owner at 10:15 at night, something's going to go down. So my first response is, yes, I can. I'm about to step in the shower. I'll be there in 45 minutes. After a moment of reflection, I had to ask, what am I walking into? And he's like, well, we'll talk about it when you get there. Well, that gave me all the information I really need. Basically, it meant that someone's getting fired. I'm not going to mention who got fired, but she'd kind of been she'd been piling up strikes. She had more than 3, and let's just say, if you're a bartender, don't show up to work drunk. Slowly get drunk at work after you know the boss is asleep. So if he can't possibly walk in, if he's asleep by 10:30 every night or 11, get drunk after. Don't do it before. If he's gonna pop in anytime before 10 p.m., don't show up to work drunk if your shift starts at 8. Just a little word of advice. And also, if you are gonna show up to work drunk, be good. You know, there's some people who can handle it. Showing up to work with a bunch of beers and some shots in them, and still like not make mistakes and hold it down, and use it as fuel for sales and keep your energy up and all that. I used to do that. Personally, I haven't had a drink in 4 years. Um, and I've been behind a bar for 17. And I got to tell you, I was worried at the very beginning when I quit drinking, because I've done, I've always been in some level of sales my entire life, adult life at least. And, heck, I started young. I built Christmas tree. I sold Christmas trees for like a dozen years of my life. I went to Catholic school. I sold Christmas trees, and it's always been in me to have a little bit of a side hustle. And when I quit drinking, I was really worried about losing my sales touch. Not being able to connect with people, not be able to like just listen to their stories, and just be engaging, enjoying other people. I got better at it after I quit drinking. That first couple months sucked because it was a habit. I had to stop, but I'm much better from it. I'm not going back. I have no intention to. But you know, that's life. Unfortunately, as a bartender, I get to watch people's lives fall apart on one side of the bar or the other. Not everyone rides off into the sunset. Some people can handle it, some people can't. And unfortunately, this young lady can't. She couldn't. And it sucks for her. It really does. Because she needed a job, but you really can't fuck around that like that. Um, Myself, after I, been sober for a while, I'm on the board of directors at a place called Howe Hall. We host AA meetings, 50 plus a week, and you know, I'll admit I've been a little lacking on some of my responsibilities there. The the big man needed me to make flyers, but I've been just so busy, you know. Um, I bought a storage unit this last week, been emptying that out. I keep busy, you know. Like I said, I'm a serial entrepreneur. I'm always doing something. But I'm grateful for anybody that watches this. This is the first of hopefully many. I'm gonna have much better stuff written. I do have some proposed ideas for this channel, and every and sometimes you just got to get started. One of my people that I make contact with over the years, he just signed a record label a couple years back, and he got started playing in Monterey, like not the Monterey, Venice Beach Pier or what, Monterey Bay Pier or whatever the heck. And he showed up with a guitar with a busted string, an amp that only had like a battery that lasted for about a half hour, and it was underpowered. It wasn't good, but he got started. Just get started. Just go. Too many people wait when it comes to doing anything, waiting for the stars and the planets to line up for them to execute on whatever idea they have. There's so many people that, and it's not just marijuana users, but there's so many people that are in the couch and they're just like, yeah, man, that's a totally cool idea. I'm going to go do this thing. And then they never do it. You know, there's so like everyone's got that one cousin or uncle that invents things. Um, while they're getting stoned or just sitting in a couch doing nothing, but they don't go into a shop and put it together or make it. I had an idea for an invention. I don't know how to do it. Basically, I want to incorporate a vape and a fidget spinner in the same place. Because I'll tell you what, this vape right here is so fun to play with the magnets. I love the magnets. It's so fun. But incorporate a fidget spinner into that, and man, that's $1 million idea. If anybody jumps on that, I don't have a patent on it quite now, so just give me credit if you do. But that's really, I have no other real topic for the night. I'm looking forward to building this thing, getting some other people in here to film their, get their dreams started, and I really hope that. I'm entertaining for everybody. I love to. I like to make people smile. I do. I'll admit it. And even though I'm a bartender for so many years, and I'm supposed to hate people, and I jokingly say I do, I don't hate people. Yes, I definitely do need my time away from people. Definitely need to be out in the woods, away from people, because when you're a bartender, and it's more stressful to be a waiter. I'll tell you, there's a difference between bartending and serving waiting tables. When you're a bartender, you could literally tell somebody, you know what, dude, I don't like the way you're talking to me. Get the fuck out of here. Get the hell out of here. You're no good. But as a waiter, someone's rude at you, you have to go, yes, sir, no, sir. Uh, and then if they complain, you got to go get your manager, and the manager will throw you under the bus very often and say, "Oh, I'm so sorry about that. I'm so sorry." But me, I tell that as a bartender, I tell that guy, "Get the fuck out of here. You can't talk to me like that." The manager, even if I work at a place with 9 levels of management, uh, manager is going to come over and say, "What was that about?" "Oh, the guy was a jerk." "Oh, okay, cool. All right, resume, resume your duties." So this is my first live stream ever. I was ready. I had something like already ready to go, but unfortunately, kind of forgot what that was, and I didn't know to sign up for my first one. I had to register, like I had to wait 24 hours to start having a podcast here on YouTube. literally signed up. Like, I've had this channel for a little while. I've made a couple of tiny, crappy little videos just to play around with it. And I'm like, okay, let's do a live stream. I had my business partner who was on his way and then couldn't do it. So this is more or less a test of the audio equipment, the camera. I just want to know, what the equipment that we have, is it any good? Uh, am I able to edit this video later on? So I myself, like I said, this is my first time. I have a bunch of questions that I'd love to answer. I'm hoping that I can build this thing and do a good job. I do a really good job as a bartender, bar manager. I try my best. I like to have plans. There is a level of chaos to all things. You have to do everything you can to bring a level of order. Some people are obsessed. They'll pull their hair out of their head, make it so that they bring absolute order to the chaos. And that's not wise, because chaos is always going to exist. You can't create a perfect system. Just create something that's good enough, that works. Um, I've, watched stuff on entrepreneurship, and there was this cleaning company. I forget the name. It was a college class. We're talking about it. And this couple, they they only owned a one phone line, fax machine, a copier, and a telephone that was all found on the side of the road. Each one, the phone worked. The fax machine could, like, they had two fax machines, one that could send and one that could receive. They didn't have a fully functioning fax machine. They had two semi-broken ones, and they literally built a like multi-million-dollar company, cleaning company. And there's millions of cleaning companies. They literally built a giant company using whatever they had lying around. They didn't spend money at the very beginning. Yes, at some point after they had money rolling in, they started investing in the company, and they probably kept those fax machines, kept them somewhere just as a memento. But they you work with what you got. It's a very important lesson to learn. Work with what you have. And all I've got is a full head of hair, a decent sized belly, uh, a podcast studio. So I'm doing all right, and I really hope that everyone that listens can learn something or laugh or judge the hell out of me, whatever. However you get your rocks off, I don't care. So with that, next time I do this, I'm gonna have try my best to have something to talk about. I've literally just stream of conscious this thing for 18 plus minutes. Again, my name is Stephen Lynch. I'm the owner of Streamers Podcast Studio here in the Thomas Dow building of Westminster, California. And if you're in the area and you want to start a podcast, I'll be glad to help you out. And if you jump on in, I'll help you. I've learned a little bit. And if you know nothing, I'll gladly learn as we go. I've already got somebody booked for this room. We don't have a set date, but I'm going to have a lovely gentleman filming one of his shows here shortly. And I'm really excited at the opportunity to help somebody make their dream happen. Myself, I'm of the believer. I'm of a very firm belief that in a capitalist society, the more people I help, the better off I'll be. And it doesn't even quantify completely into money. It does somewhat, though. I don't plan on being poor my entire life, because I'm working poor. It's rough. It's rough here in Southern California. Just got to do everything I can to not be homeless. Yeah, and that's it. That's it for the night. You know, dedicated 20 minutes to this, and I really appreciate everyone listening. I have 0 views at the moment for this live stream, but I just wanted to get something on the books. So thank you very much.